Three smug managers sat across from him, smirking like they'd just won. "You're fired," they said. But instead of panicking, he smiled and asked just one question. "Are you sure you want to do this?" What followed was the kind of revenge most of us only dream about. If you've ever been disrespected by a boss, overlooked for being too honest, or dreamed of watching toxic managers beg for your help, hit that like button, subscribe and follow, and buckle up, because this is one of the most satisfying workplace revenge stories you'll ever hear. Let me introduce you to the kind of guy most companies wish they had. He was a mechanical engineer in Sweden. Let's call him Lars. By his mid-50s, Lars wasn't just experienced, he was irreplaceable. We're talking about a man who had mastered such niche skills that replacing him would have required teams of specialists from multiple countries working for months. But Lars was also the kind of guy corporate culture hates. No fake smiles, no rah-rah meetings, no team-building scavenger hunts, just pure, relentless competence. He mentored younger engineers, clocked in, crushed his projects, clocked out, even had a small side business fully cleared by management. Everything was good, until it wasn't. The company got acquired. New management, new rules. Suddenly, forced cheer sessions, unpaid overtime, clapping meetings, positivity workshops. Lars, he found it cringe. While others faked enthusiasm, Lars stood firm. We're not cheerleaders, we're engineers. And people started agreeing. Management noticed. They saw him as a problem. But firing him? Not so easy in Sweden. You need proof.
They tried everything. Ordered him to work overtime. He refused. Politely, but by the book. Forced him to clap at sessions. He clapped with the enthusiasm of a tax auditor. People laughed. The managers hated it. But Lars, he wasn't scared. He was documenting everything. Then came their chance. They caught him replying to a side business email on his work laptop during his break. No policy broken, no rule ignored. But they saw their opening. 3 managers, 1 accusation, theft of company resources. Lars leaned back, calm, looked him in the eye and asked, "Are you sure you want to do this?" They all said yes. "Are you really sure?" They nodded, smug. Security marched him out. Badge gone, laptop gone, phone gone. They thought they'd won. But the second he stepped outside, Lars pulled out his personal phone. First call, his union rep. Result, firing canceled immediately. Second call, his lawyer. 2 patents, owned by Lars. Patents the company needed. Cease and desist, sent the same day. And Lars, he went home, cracked open a cold beer, and started his vacation. Back at the office, chaos. Projects stalled. Phones ringing. Clients complaining. They called Lars again and again. His answer? "I'm sorry, you'll have to ask the current staff. I no longer work there." 2 weeks later, one of the managers called directly. "We need your help." Lars replied, "I think you're mistaken. I don't work for you." Click. HR called. Tone changed. Suddenly, it was all a misunderstanding. They wanted him back. Lars chuckled. "I'm happy to consult. My new rate is 6 times higher after tax and fees." They had no choice. They paid up. And the patents? Licensed separately.
3 weeks after being fired, Lars was back at his desk, but now he billed them for every second. Months later, the labor board ruled. Lars won. 3 months in damages, 24 months severance, full pension, legal fees covered, all on the company's dime. And Lars, he kept consulting, charging triple his old rate. He called it the arsehole tax. The managers who fired him, their budgets were drained. Bonuses gone. At least one quit. And every time they dared complain, Lars would grin and say, "What are you going to do? Fire me?" He didn't just get justice. He made them pay. In time, in money, in pride. They tried to humiliate him. Instead, they made him a legend. This wasn't just revenge. It was karma, served cold with an invoice. Sometimes the quiet professionals, the ones who don't play the corporate game, are the ones you should never mess with, because when they fight back, they don't scream, they document, and they win. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button. Tell us in the comments, what's your dream revenge? And don't forget to subscribe and follow for more true stories of justice, payback, and poetic karma. Until next time, keep your receipts.